So I went to go see Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker yesterday, and going to the continuation of this trilogy here with J.J. Abrams. He's working with Disney. I want to say I really enjoy Star Wars: Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi was a little bit disappointing here. That was an average film to me. I believe that film, I gave that a 6.5 out of 10. It was pretty much bland, and it really didn't grab my attention. Now I'm coming in here with low expectations, man, going from the critics, and I always like to watch movies for myself, okay, and I'm not biased on a lot of things. I love Star Wars. I got a Star Wars wallet. I mean, the Star Wars: The Last Jedi Fallen Order. If they can do a series on that, that would be freaking awesome. Even The Mandalorian is good, and I'm gonna do a review on episode 7 on that in a minute. But coming to this film, man, I mean, it started off decent, but it was just. It just didn't really keep my attention. Now, the first thing I want to say about, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, okay, it started off with Kylo Ren. He found the Wayfinder, okay, the Wayfinder. And after he found that, he went to this planet called Kilglex, and that's when he actually encountered an Imperial Palpatine. And I'm looking like they brought back Palpatine here, which is aka the Emperor. I'm like, all right, so his whole goal was to pretty much restore and have complete control and domination of the empire. That's his main objective and agenda right there. And now he want to convince Rey that, okay, well, Palpatine, he used the Force, and like, hey, Rey, you are pretty much the granddaughter of Palpatine. And then that's when she was really getting confused and all these type of things. And the direction and the plot was all right, but it just felt very like it was just a new continuation, of course, of The Last Jedi, but it was more of a remake in a way. And I feel like, just the writing here with Chris Terrio, it just was pretty much bland throughout this whole movie. I mean, the only highlights of this film, I want to say towards the ending, when they had the duo, she had the 2 lightsabers, and she had managed to defeat the Palpatine, and that was okay. And then she started discovering different Jedi texts from Luke. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, this film was very disappointing to me. I really couldn't rock with it, man. I understood that J.J. Abrams, he's a huge Star Wars fan. He wants to make a unique trilogy here, and he's doing everything he can, especially with the Bad Robot Productions. But with this film here, it just didn't settle with me, man, and I really want to like it. I don't want to give this a harsh review, but I have to be real with you guys. Some people like this film here and there. I mean, the action scenes, it was okay. Now, the only great thing I really love about this is that they had the TIE fighter scenes. I really felt like I was watching Battlefront, like, playing the Battlefront game or Return of the Jedi in 1983. That was really cool, man, and they had Finn, Marion, the pilot, he was doing good, doing everything he can. And the C-3PO, shouts out to him, man. The droid is really good. He's known for nurturing and just pretty much just doing what the Jedi's, assisting the Jedi mission. And when he was getting programmed to having all these type of stuff in the memory, they was trying to coordinate where the Wayfinder was. That was the whole point of that. And they had different characters in that, but it was just a lot of it was a little bit lack of character development. It felt rushed. I mean, this was a 2-hour and 22-minute film. I mean, they really could have took their time on a lot of things and developing new stories here. But I mean, with this is pretty much like Last Jedi Order Part 2. Now I understand that you say Young Lee Jr., that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be a continuation of Kylo Ren and Rey. But I mean, the acting was alright. It was just poor. I think it was just poor writing altogether. I mean, they just slapped this together. And I don't know, it's because Lucasfilm is owned by Disney at this moment right now. Like, this is starting to get a little bit bland. But, man, I'm really starting to lose a lot of interest in here, man. It's not like Revenge of the Sith. It's not even like Rogue One. I mean, I think that was probably one of the best films. I don't think that was directed by J.J. Abrams, I don't believe. I can look that up now. But, I mean, for the most part, man, it was just... It was just so mediocre to me, man. I mean, Princess Leia, I know she's getting older out there. Now, what else? They had Chewbacca, of course, Lando, of course, Carl Sagan. Him, he was a big gambler here, leader of the Millennial Falcon. The Force Lightning, they brought that back. But I mean, General Hux discovers, the group reveals him as to being a spy. Now if you went to that, now General Hux, he was just shooting up the stormtroopers, man, and he was like, all right, I'm a spy. I'm just looking like, well, what's the point of that? I mean, if anyone didn't get killed, I just felt like they had no type of emotion no type of feel. It was just a MacGuffin, and a MacGuffin is pretty much just anything that's just supposed to be a plot, but it just serves no purpose in a way. It so happened to be in the movie. And when she discovered that she was Luke Skywalker's, granddaughter, I mean, the movie kind of went off, and Kylo Ren sacrificed himself. They kissed at the end, whatever, and she defeated the Emperor. But I mean, it was just really cheesy to me. I'm just so disappointed in the film, and some Star Wars fans going to be upset with me about this, but hey, I just didn't enjoy this film, to be honest with you, man. I mean, 2 hours and 22 minutes. I actually fell asleep in some of the scenes here. I don't think I was just tired. It was just the fact that it really didn't keep my interest. And I watch a lot of movies here, and just with this film here, they didn't just stop. Just completely stop. Let's just go on with the Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, aka Boba Fett, the episode 7, which is really great with Yoda having abilities, starting to get to know himself. He was actually choking out that woman for the most part, and and he actually the Mandalorian got captured, and they actually was pinned down, I'm sorry, and then Baby Yoda got captured. So I'm really looking forward to episode 8. So the reason why I set up and say that is because I believe that Disney should go in some more direction of just have individual characters have their own story like this. I mean, or they need to change up the directors. And I'm not going to discredit J.J. Abrams' work. I believe he watched a lot of movies. Mark Hamill did his thing with Luke as being Luke Skywalker, but it's just man, it was just so boring to me. I just couldn't rock with it, man. And that's just my honest to God opinion. And I don't know what's the direction of Star Wars is going to, man. I mean, I don't know if this really going to affect the future generations here. I mean, but right here, man, this was a very boring film. And it was a film that, for Star Wars, a film that was really just not directed well, loss of direction, loss of the climax, very predictable. It was just here you go, here's some Star Wars, here's some CGI type stuff, y'all deal with this. It really felt like somebody that was like 12 or 13 years old wrote this film. It really did. I mean, based on the vocabulary here, I mean, just lack of emotion here with the characters. I mean, John Boyega, he did the best he could as Finn, playing as the co-pilot, and his inspiration here with Star Force Awakens, when he was a stormtrooper and he decided to become good, man, and get away from the Empire. But I mean, I think that was really decent. But like I said, Force Awakens was the best movie ever. I mean, as far as like the trilogy is concerned. But I mean, with this was it was pretty dry here, and I just think that J.J. Abrams or Disney, they need to really redirect this, man. Even though they made $176 million so far, I think they made $90 million over the weekend on Friday, maybe opening day. But with this, man, it's gonna be a lot of disappointed Star Wars fans. People who is not into Star Wars might enjoy this film here, but if you look really deep inside the minds here, Chris Terrio, you can tell that this plot was just very, very mediocre. It wasn't well thought out, and with this, just antagonist, it was just bland. It just didn't keep my interest at all, and we just need to do something about it. How long I can take this anymore? I don't know if they're gonna really make another Star Wars movie or what can really just take this place. Like I said before, just continue to watch movies on Disney Plus, man. I mean, at the end of the day, even the actor, the Mandalorian, Jack, he even said like this was trash. I mean, it is. It's sad, but. George Lucas, man, he's making all this money, man, from he sold it to Disney. Disney gonna do whatever they want to do with it, but they could have done a lot better with this. I mean, hell, even take the Jedi Fallen Order. I know that's a video game, but hey, start some new characters with that. I mean, the Second Sister trilogy. I mean, have Cal, just do his thing. I mean, make a movie out of that. I mean, for real, get some inspiration. I mean, this was just really. I feel like it was just too easy for them to direct this, and they just gave it to the fans like, here y'all go. I hope y'all enjoy it. I mean, I put a little something into it. That's what it felt like. But man, it's just really lack of passion here. And I'm just going ahead and end this video, man. There's really nothing for me to say. And you guys want to know my rating? My rating right here, I gave it a 7.1. It's between the 6.9 out of 10. I mean, this was really bad, man. But that's all I have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. You guys tell me what you guys think about this. I was really saving it. Like I said, it's The Mandalorian. I'm still messed with. I love Star Wars. Love it, man. Started watching really more of the older Star Wars films. But with this trilogy here, it's just very disappointing. Just left a bad taste in my mouth. This your boy, Only Jr. I'm out. Deuces.